PC is turning into a fighter jet.
Hello, welcome to Odd Talks, where we talk about odd things. I'm your host, Odd, and then these other hosts over here, Fade and Cyber Demon 2077.
What's up?
Hi, Dad.
Hi, Dad.
Just don't worry about it. It's fine.
Yeah. Today,
And
we're
we
going to
just-
go diving back into urban legends. And we're going to talk about the Mothman and the Beast of Bladen Boro, which sounds like a Skyrim name.
It does. It really does, though.
It really does. It.
Today's podcast is not going to go 2 hours long. We are only going to go for one, and if we keep on talking past that, we'll keep talking, but we're going to change things up a little bit. So, we're going to start off with the Mothman, and this is Mantis's story.
Yes. But first, it's Odd's birthday. Everyone, happy birthday, Odd.
No,
Happy birthday.
no, bad. Don't be mean. Don't be mean. I'm kidding. Happy birthday, fucker. Fuck
Thanks,
you.
guys.
Congratulations
How
on
old are
being
you
1 year
anyway?
older. And good luck
10?
on the next year.
Did you finally hit 10?
Yeah, I
you finally
think
hit 10
so.
years old.
Some people think I actually hit 2. I finally, balls
What?
might have finally dropped. I don't know.
Oh my
man.
god. Okay, we actually hopping right into this then, huh?
Hell yeah, dude.
It's on the ball. Yep. Okay. Okay. So let me ask you guys this. You guys hear of Mothman? You guys know Mothman? Does anyone know Mothman?
Yeah, no, I've seen Mothman on Fallout 4 or no, not Fallout
Yeah,
4. What it
76.
was? 76. There it is.
Yeah.
Fucking
Yeah.
for some reason it was like some weird thing where if you went there at a certain time, fucking the motherfucker would just pop up out of buttfuck nowhere, sit there, stare at your ass, and then like the second you either got close to him or if you just sat there for long enough, the dude would just fucking disappear like in like a black mist. It was fucking
That's
creepy.
kind of cool. I played 76, but I never went to.
Yeah,
to
no,
that area.
my brother and I actually
Point-
went over to the actual town. I can't remember what fucking town it was,
Point
but
Pleasant.
it was one certain town, and it would just, yeah, you fucking go there at a certain time. I can't remember the time either because I haven't played 76 for a hot minute. The only time I remember playing the game was right when it came out.
Yeah,
like,
same
right when
here. It was
everyone
kinda
started to
trash.
figure. Yeah, right when everyone kind of figured out that, oh yeah, they just fucking copy pasted Fallout 4 and then just gave it
Yeah.
multiplayer access.
Yeah,
I-
yeah.
I've never played any of the Fallout games, but I love some of the mods that I've seen, especially the Thomas Tank Engine one when that was a
Yes,
fucking meme.
dude. The mods on Fallout are fantastic. They're
Oh,
hilarious.
dude, it was fucking fun.
They
oh,
are.
mm.
They
Ah,
are.
we're not
trying
going to
to-
go into that quite yet. We want to talk about Mothman here.
We're already off into a giant tangent as usual. Okay.
Yeah, no, that's
okay.
how it goes.
Did you hear? You know a Mothman though? Like you didn't answer. I'm just curious. Do you know?
No,
Mothman?
I don't. I've never heard of it
Dude.
before.
Okay, Mothman's like one of my favorite urban legend monster guys.
Hmm.
And there's actually a movie about him. Mothman Prophecies. Really freaking good movie. If you guys want to know like a little, exaggerated story of Mothman, check it out. It's really good. But anyway, Mothman's pretty cool. The origin of the story takes place in Point Pleasant, West Virginia, and it started around in the 60s. Okay, so basically, so there was okay, hold on. Point Pleasant, West Virginia, in 1966. Okay, started to see the citizens there started to see these weird, giant, like 10-foot tall freaking creature, and one of the biggest aspects of it, and what's made it so remarkable, it had glowing red eyes. Okay, so imagine like sitting there cleaning your dishes and you look outside and you see this giant like 10-foot tall winged beast with red eyes.
That's
I look at
Yeah,
I look
no.
at three people at 6'6" and I just go, "You're a big motherfucker."
I don't know about
you
you.
look at him, dude. I can't even look at him. I gotta crank my neck backwards to see those dudes.
Snap that
What are you
neck.
talking about?
mount
You
it a
have
bit
trouble
differently.
fucking looking at them. Come on, man. They're
Right?
like a whole foot above me. Okay, you're closer to them than me.
A little bit by like 4 inches.
Anyway, so it's kind of neat because the way Mothman started, there was actually 2 grave diggers back in November 12th of 1966. One where they were obviously trying to steal from the grave, trying to get a little bit extra money, and they saw this giant winged beast fly over their heads, which naturally scared the living daylights out of them. So they freaking hogtailed out of there and just stopped what they were doing. Then after that, 3 days later, another couple noticed this winged creature, and they described it as being like 6 or 7 feet tall. And they also reported it having the big red eyes, right? Because the red eyes is what's really sticking out for everyone for this one.
Yeah.
Pretty much what happened though is like everyone naturally was like, "You guys are nuts. You're probably high off something." Everyone dismissed it, right? But then like over the course of like 1966, over and over again, more people in Point Pleasant, West Virginia, started being like, "Okay, we're seeing this. We're all seeing this. Like something weird is going on." And then even in Point Pleasant, but like later on, somewhere called Salem, West Virginia, this person called Newell Partridge claimed to see more strange patterns through in his hometown area. So he was seeing the beast as well. But one thing that was a little bit different, he started actually hearing like sounds, so he could like actually hear the Mothman, like describing it as like this weird screeching or like gargling noise, like outside his window.
Where's the lamp, brother? Sorry, I had
Where's
to.
The lamp. Give us the lamp.
So Newell, it's like one night he's just like looking out because he hears the noises, so he starts shining a flashlight outside, and he said he saw a two red-eyed figure, but he said the eyes were like really large, and he described it as resembling bicycle wheels.
Jesus,
It's kind of freaky.
Huge.
Yeah, a little bit.
Like imagine like two big bicycle wheel reflectors. Like that's what he saw outside his house. And this was actually one of the more popular stories, because his dog disappeared that night.
Aww.
What the fuck, man? Why you gotta fuck with the dog, bro?
Right?
Why?
No, I agree.
Look, fuck with the human, but don't touch the dog.
Where's John Wick?
They
when
always
dogs
go after the
disappeared?
pets.
I know.
They always go after the
They always
fucking
go after
pets.
the pets.
Why?
But you know
on,
what it is? It's because we're now more attached to pets than we are people anymore. Okay. We'll
That
say
is
we
that's
see a
100%
baby.
That is true.
That's
You see a
100% true, 'cause
baby
I'm
on
telling you right
TV.
now. Wait, what's that?
You see a baby on TV and you're like, baby.
Whatever.
But you
Yeah,
see a
baby.
couple of puppies, you're like, oh.
Right?
Like, oh, that's fucking adorable.
No, but like if there's a
Oof.
movie and like something happens to the dog, it's like I don't want to watch this movie. I'm
Yeah.
no, I'm not watching. It should be universal at this point. It's 2021. It should be it should be illegal to kill off any pets in any movie. Like that should just be
yeah,
a
yeah,
rule of
yeah,
thumb
yeah,
now.
yeah.
Like you
Oh,
can't do it
fuck no,
anymore.
dude.
Come on.
Like it should not be allowed.
And that's why I liked iRobot. You know why? Because Will Smith, this motherfucker, when this giant fucking robot is starting to fucking carve out this house with him and a cat in it,
Yeah.
he somehow manages to save the cat.
Yo.
He manages to just grab the cat, run out, and then he loses the cat for a minute. The house is still coming down on top of him now, but fuck nowhere. The cat survives. And then he's like, come here, you little shit. And he jumps out the window with the cat into the pool. Boom, cat lives. Let's go.
Right. But it's the
I love
same
that
reason,
movie.
though, why I cannot watch I Am Legend.
Oh, wait a
You watch
minute.
I
Oh,
Am Legend?
yeah.
Because I have German, like back at home we have
yeah.
a German Shepherd. I can't do it. I can't fucking do it. I love that movie, but I can't do it anymore. It's just nope.
Right.
I'm out.
Oh my god. Anyway.
Yeah, Ishtar says there is a vid of a dog saving a dog in heavy traffic and a baby being run over and no one helps it for a couple hours.
Jesus.
Damn, that's graphic.
I kind of took a dark turn here.
Yeah.
I did. What the fuck, dude? We're just going off of urban legends and how they fucking take out the fucking dogs and the cats first, and then now it's like, fuck, get babies getting dude. What the fuck? that was a dark fucking turn.
Super
was.
dark turn.
Fuck, dude. The story that I got It's not even that fucked. Like, damn. At least the dogs are okay. Fuck.
Yeah, honestly though.
Okay.
All right.
Thanks, Ishtar. You gotta bring the fucking mood so low.
What the hell, man?
How do we recover? Oh God!
Get back on what you were saying.
Yeah. Anyway,
Yeah,
so
get back on
okay,
that.
so basically, to sum up Mothman and like the general synopsis of him, he's this winged creature that started to be seen in 1966. Apparently, flies like hundreds of miles per hour. Has these big glowing eyes, right? So we got to think to ourselves, like, one, do we believe that people are actually seeing this as a big hoax? And if it's not, what is Mothman, right? What do you guys think? Where are we going with this?
I would definitely say that people are probably more on the I think the fictional side, especially since the legend was put into a video game. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Well,
I
that's
mean, a lot of
because
legends tend to do that.
well,
That's
with
true.
with Fallout 76, he's in there because in Point Pleasant, West Virginia, there's like monuments of Mothman, and they like take pride of the urban legend. Like
Oh,
the
yeah.
majority of the citizens in the actual town believe it's true. And I'll get to like why and like
Here's a photo of
like the
that.
big significance of Mothman here in a little bit.
Here's a photo of the statue that they made. I'm putting it up on stream.
Oh, okay, cool. Yeah, so like Mothman's huge, and then that's why in Fallout 76 he's there because it's like a historical landmark for West Virginia.
Yeah, it's big.
That's an actual statue in fucking Virginia.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, in West Virginia.
What the fuck?
Yeah, Mothman's huge,
That's pretty cool though.
right?
Mhm.
So okay, so you guys are thinking,
But this is kind of weird though because in game he looks more rounded and the eyes look more like they're centered at a head part of the fucking thing. Like in game, it's more or less like a black mask, kind of like how you would expect an owl to look like in at night, like just perching up on a branch. That's exactly what it looked like. Just a big ass owl with man legs and just giant red eyes.
You want me to show the other photo, Mantis?
yeah, go ahead. Yeah,
Okay.
that's a good idea.
Because this one looks about like what Fade is trying to explain.
Let me I want to see this pop up. It's gonna be a little bit of delay, and see which one you're putting up because I actually can't remember the ones you actually chose.
Eh.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Because that's like one of the more famous descriptions of what he actually or what people reported to see,
Mm-hmm.
which is I think what you're talking about as far as in Fallout goes. Because I can't remember I never saw him in Fallout, and I can't remember how they designed him.
Yeah, no, that's actually exactly how he looked like. Yeah, just
Yeah.
like this.
Okay.
Yeah,
So then
this
they
is
did
actually
take that
just like how
picture
they
and
looked
just
like
kind
it.
of reconstruct it, which is pretty much how people described him. Which I don't know, man. If I saw that thing like outside my window, I would
freak the
not-
fuck out too. I'd be
I would
like,
not be having a good time.
Where's my
I would
shotgun?
Look, I will admit, I wouldn't really freak out, but I would be like, "What?
Death
the
is
fuck?"
coming.
Like,
Then
no,
look at him
death
die.
ain't cut because it hasn't killed anyone yet.
Well, apparently, it took a dog.
Yeah,
Well,
other
it took
than
a dog. You know why? Because probably it was like, oh, look,
Outside
something
barking.
non-humanoid.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
fucking grab that bitch.
Yeah.
Grab
Because
it
you
and
also
go.
have to remember, wolves, their thought patterns is like, more or less, they don't attack humans unless they're either A, within their fucking territory, or B, very, very close to their pups or their den. So they go defense mode. But in hunting, scenarios, they never go near humans
Yep.
unless they're absolutely starving and the humans are killing off their food.
Yeah, they're the
So it might be the
smart.
same deal with Mothman, you know what I mean? Like he would just say, "Hey, you know what, doggo? I know what that is. I'll eat that. Human, I think I know what that is. So I don't fucking know. I haven't seen much of you. 'Cause
Yeah.
we
I mean,
haven't seen
I
much
also
of Mothman.
imagine
So more or less, I think what it would be is if Mothman was to quote unquote try to hurt someone, it'd be defensively, mainly
Yeah.
due to the fact that his types of food would mainly be on four legs. They wouldn't be walking like us. They wouldn't look like us. They look more canine or deer. You know what I mean?
I
Because
got
they'd
a
be
theory.
hunting coyotes, foxes, wolves out in the wild. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
if Mothman is a carnivore.
I was gonna say,
That's true. Yeah.
you know, okay, I'm gonna make it a little dark, probably, but you know how if you eat human flesh, you get sick from it. What
Yeah.
if the Mothman
might
is
be-
human
yeah,
enough
yeah.
to where if he eats
Yeah.
human flesh, he gets sick?
He'll have the same,
Like
same
some
kind
weird
of effects.
mutated human hybrid,
Yeah.
bird hybrid thing. Maybe.
Oh my God, no. It's
Could you
it's like
imagine?
species. It's like species. It's like the movie
Species.
Species, where
Yeah.
the fucking they make a fucking random clone humanoid bullshit organism, and then it just turns around and fucks both of them.
That's rough.
That's
hope-
actually what
yeah.
happens.
I know it's been so long since
yeah.
I've seen Species.
That's how messed up that movie is.
I
It
know.
turns around, the child of the woman smashes the boyfriend, then kills him, and then turns around to smash its mother.
Ow.
It's kind of
Huh?
fucked up.
Wow, that is fucked
So
up.
it was. I'm not even. I don't even think I want to go into the fucking details of that.
No, I don't think
already
you wanna
said
hear
too
that either.
much. I already said.
I
too
thought I
much.
was going too much when I said cannibal. Well, I didn't
Wait,
say that,
hold
but
on.
Mhm.
Oh, okay.
What?
So Ishtar says you get sick if you eat the nerves, like of the nervous system or the brain, but you can eat muscle. Oh, that's probably why a lot of survival experts say start with the ass, because it's mostly muscle.
I mean, you're
Okay.
not
No,
wrong.
I'm being serious.
I know.
I'm being
okay.
serious.
It's not
I
what
was
I
just
expected
watching.
to come out of your mouth. That's all.
Well, no,
Yeah.
it's like.
Me and him are watching.
But it makes sense. It makes
Yeah.
sense because this one woman, she was breaking down this game. She's like, "Hey, in a survival situation, like once you see one body, you see them all. And hey, you know what? If it's a fucking preference between eating,
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Oh
Uh-oh.
no. Are
Fade's
we
dying.
losing Fade?
Oh, no. Fade, don't die on us
No,
now, brother.
No, no. No. Wait, I think. Hold on. Okay. Are we back? Was he back? I thought I heard him.
No.
No.
Well, anyway.
Look, he's
Damn
just
it.
stuck there. Fade.
He's done.
on
His
back.
internet just died.
Come on. I know.
Everybody shame him.
He's just.
Ah,
Oh
fuck.
god.
He started
Oh,
going on a
God.
tangent. I already forgot what I was going to mention. Damn
I
it,
know,
Fade.
He is.
So
hard.
we were. I started watching this YouTuber today. Where sorry about the red line. I'm gonna change something here real quickly. I forgot the name of the YouTuber, but they were basically took video games and they had actual survivalists watch these videos and break it down. And I found it really interesting because it was this lady watching someone play Subnautica. And she was like, yeah, okay, all of this makes sense in an actual survival situation. You got to get the food. You got to wear the right radiation suits. Everything seems about right.
Okay, that's pretty cool.
And that's probably what drew me to Subnautica a while back, too. That game is a lot of
I heard
fun.
it was.
So
I
many-
heard it was like really good.
They
Here,
put so
Odd.
much work into it. What's up?
Odd, put the camera on you real quick.
All right.
I gotta let the cat out.
Don't do that.
No, it's fine. I'm right here. I just gotta let him out.
Well, anyway.
Anyway, okay. Yeah, so like we'll give it a minute and let Fade come back so we can pick back up on Mothman. It wouldn't be the
Yeah.
first time we've had technical difficulties. I mean, especially you can put the camera back now. Especially with myself. I think that one day I kept crashing because my RAM broke.
Yeah, dude, that was an interesting day. So since we mentioned that Mothman was in 76 or
Yeah.
I already forgot Las Vegas with the fucking. I already
Yeah.
forgot the game series, but I don't know why
Fallout?
it made me. Yeah, Fallout. Forgive me, I'm a retarded too. It made me think of Minecraft Steve.
Steve?
Yeah,
Wait, how
not
does
Minecraft
Mothman
Steve.
and
Herobrine. Sorry.
Fallout remind you
God
of-
damn.
of
Herobrine.
Minecraft.
I don't know. Herobrine. So I don't know if you know much about that character, but back when Minecraft was started, people speculated that there was a NPC in the game that would haunt you. He would, you'd be doing Minecraft, doing your own thing, and then you look off to the distance on a mountain, there's this random NPC just staring down at you with white eyes. And
Oh yeah, isn't that like a huge like urban legend in itself?
it's a
Like
huge urban
the
legend
whole
in
like
itself.
horror story of Minecraft, how the like haunted what's his name again? What did you say?
Steve,
Yeah, haunted
or yeah,
Steve or Hero I forget. I don't know. I don't play
Herobrine.
Minecraft.
Yeah,
Yeah,
well,
Herobrine.
Steve is the character you play as, and Herobrine was the urban legend. Honestly,
Okay.
I want to think that, because
Smokes, yep.
um,
But-
he's like another player, and this idiot who was playing Minecraft was on a server, and then he saw Herobrine up there. But that's when servers were a thing, and you could mod it, and you can make yourself completely invisible to
Yeah.
the server. And that's what I think how it started was fucking somebody had a Steve model, because Minecraft started with Herobrine looking exactly like Steve, but with white eyes. So all you had to do
Yeah.
was be up there with white eyes.
Oh, I think I heard Fade.
2 seconds.
Yeah,
I
me
still
too.
Can't hear jack shit.
Sweet.
Well, at least he's coming back.
Yeah, right.
There we go.
I don't know why that made me think of it, but it's been
It's
a
the
game
eyes.
thing.
It's the eyes. It's the eyes.
It's
The eyes
that
reminded
too.
you.
Well, no, it's more like the video game now having it, but Mothman started before Fallout.
Yeah, but I think that whole story was definitely prior to the Fallout 76 incorporating Mothman. Because there's like I think Top 15 or Chills did a whole series on like video game urban legends, which are freaking amazing. Like there's the one about like The Legend of Zelda Majora's Mask, and
Okay.
how Link actually dies in the very beginning, and the whole story is pretty much him like in purgatory or hell. Because I don't know if you remember the of Majora's Mask, how like the very beginning scene is like you're running through the forest and you actually fall off like this steep cliff,
Yeah.
and then like you wake up.
So I never played Majora's Mask, but I watched a friend play it, and every now and then you get into Majora's Mask on certain levels. You go into this dimension to learn a
Yeah.
new skill, and my friend was saying that knight that you're training with is actually Link from the future, teaching his past self.
Huh.
I didn't know too much about that one, so I just kind of was like, okay, whatever, bruh. You know more about Zelda than I do.
Yeah, the Majora's Mask is probably one of the most elaborate and in-depth stories that they've probably done. At least I think it is, because there's like all these characters that talk to you and they represent like different. I think, if I'm not mistaken, they represent different parts of death and grief, and they help you. They help you along. Can you invite Fade?
Yes.
Pretty much they're helping Link like
Sorry for the red
realize
line.
he's actually dying and like getting through. It's super dark. It's like horribly dark.
Yet the game was so good that the only way you notice the darkness is
Ishtar says, "Are you afraid of the dark campfire kids?" That the Nickelodeon, was that Nickelodeon or Cartoon Network? I forget. I think it was Nickelodeon.
Fade, I can't invite you because you're set to red. What again?
Ishtar says, "Are you afraid of the dark campfire kids?" I thought that was a show, like back in the day. Are you afraid of the dark?
What is that from?
It's a show.
Yeah, it's Campfire Kids. Because
I don't know the
heard of that
campfire
one.
kids part,
Well,
but I
is that-
know.
what-
Are you
what-
afraid of the dark? I don't know if
what's-
that's just like the whole.
Is
name,
that the
or if
name
that
of the
was-
show? Is what I'm asking.
Yeah, I don't. Well, Are You Afraid of the Dark? Yeah, it is a show of the 90s. I didn't know it was called. I thought it was just Are You Afraid of the Dark? It was like one of my favorite shows growing up. It was they would like talk. They would like tell a scary story, and then like the show would like actually show what happened in the story as they're telling it.
Yeah.
It's super good. Kind of like Goosebumps.
Still haven't watched that movie. I should probably do that. I remember seeing bits and pieces of it. That's kind of weird.
Did you just see Fade? He was like in the table.
Yeah, that's VR chat's way of loading things. They put
Yeah, that's how we
your
know.
beginning.
For some reason.
Somehow that's where they put them, is always where the biggest group of people is, or same spot in the world. I don't know why. I wonder if it's because it's like that's the center of the world.
Probably. Oh,
Here's
no,
the
no.
slide.
we're back.
Yeah.
Okay, that was my bad. Okay, so
What happened
what I figured out, My PC overheated for some fucking reason.
Oh, no. So
I
that
don't know
would
how. It
explain-
just fucking. It was like, hey, you know what? Delete. And it
You
just fucking
were-
killed everything.
You were saying your fan was going off.
Before you started
That's
this,
true.
you said
Yeah,
it was
my
ramping
fucking-
up.
Yeah, my fucking PC turned into a fucking jet engine, and it turned on its afterburners, and it went. And I'm like, fuck, dude, what the fuck's going on over there? And quite literally, the second I was thinking that while I was explaining shit, it just died. VR chat shut down. Google Chrome
God.
shut down. Steam shut down. Everything on my computer shut down, and I was just at my desktop, and I'm like, the fuck? I don't know. That was weird.
What
I don't
did
even
you
remember
fix
what
it?
the fuck I was explaining.
I don't even remember either. We've been talking about Link, Legend of Zelda, Minecraft horror stories.
Yeah, I was talking
How
about
the
Minecraft Steve, or not Minecraft Steve. I don't know why I keep saying Minecraft
Herobrine.
Steve. Herobrine. I was talking about
Herobrine.
Herobrine.
Dude, I used to fuck with my buddies. Like, I would dress up in a Herobrine skin. I'd
Yep.
invite them over to my fucking world, right? And I'd tell them, oh, yeah, I'm over at XYZ, like at those coordinates, right? And then fucking they would try to get to me, but at some point they'd find a village and they'd try base up there instead because they're fucking lazy and they don't want to
Yep.
fucking walk halfway across the map. So
Yep.
they start doing their thing. I'd be like, hey guys, I'll be right back. Fucking pop into that Herobrine skin and then fuck with them because I had admin privileges. So it was that time where Xbox 360, you know, they just gave you the ability to go invisible. They just gave you the ability to go into fly mode while in survival as an admin. So, you know, it was new. So I was able to fuck with them like that, and it was fucking fun. And then even after that, we still tried to make like the fucking redstone generator, the fucking like all these fucking altars for Herobrine for shit to happen that we saw on YouTube that we kind of just later figured out that it was all fake.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Very
remember
much.
doing that too when I first started Minecraft. I learned about Herobrine, and I was like, "Oh, that's cool. Let's see if I can get him to summon." I couldn't get him to summon.
No. You never were. You were never meant to.
God damn, what was it that you had to do?
And-
I think it was a statue that I made.
Yeah, it was some kind of weird ass like pillar with like redstone around it, gold at the bottom, and then a little bit of gold in the middle, some redstone torches on the corners and shit. Yeah, it was weird.
I don't remember. What were you gonna say,
And do y'all
Mantis?
have any other?
I don't
yeah,
know.
go
I was
ahead.
just saying we go back to the topic.
Fucking
Mothman.
Now
urban
that fades
legends.
back.
Dude. Oh, there's an interesting story, a very interesting story. I will let you guys continue, but
now
there is
An interesting story on what?
fucking dude. All right, so it's called the fucking Palmyra Wolves. So it was a family that was hunted by a pack of unidentified creatures.
Wait,
It
wait,
was
wait,
a
wait. Is
pack
this
of
on
4 of
Minecraft?
them. No, this is not Minecraft. This is real life stuff. They're
Oh,
called-
okay.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. Then yeah, we'll pick that up because
Yeah,
I didn't
'cause,
realize
they're-
that's what the one you were gonna talk about. Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no. It's
Okay.
it's yeah.
I
it's
thought you were still on
some-
the topic of
something
like
interesting.
Minecraft things. Okay.
Yeah, no.
No.
Okay, because I remember right before Fade DC'd, we were talking about like what we thought like Mothman might be. Is it like a hoax? Is it a demon? Is it a weird hybrid Birdman?
Yeah.
Like
So did you just fucking call him Borbman?
Borg.
Borbman?
Birdman. He Birdman.
Birdman.
Burbman?
He's
Birdman.
Birdman.
Oh hell no.
He Birdman.
So- There actually is kind of like a maybe reasonable explanation of who Mothman might be. So like a lot of people think it's like a demon. And
Yeah.
as far as the demon
Right.
name, I think it's Ingrid Cold as they named him. And I know the movie Mothman Prophecies actually plays on that a lot more. But there's a professor, Dr. Robert L. Smith of West Virginia University said that Mothman was nothing more than a I cannot fucking talk. Sandhill crane.
English.
English.
Can
Oh,
you read, motherfucker?
No, I can't. It was a sandhill crane. And the reason why he thinks this is because the sandhill crane is this very large bird. And what does it have? Big red eyes, big red eye markings.
Huh.
So
On its
I can't
wings.
that's
say
Are
what
you talking about like big red eye markings
has-
on its wings?
on its eyes. So like around its eyes. Okay, let me ask you this. Do you have that picture? I think I gave it to you.
Which
You should
one?
have. It's the crane. It's the bird.
Ah, yes, I've got the crane.
Yes. So this bird has red
Putting it
markings
up.
around its eyes. I want to see this because it's been a while since I've actually looked at it. But this professor was just like, no, you're not. Guys aren't seeing a man that's a moth who likes lights. It's this crane.
Hmm.
Now, I guess maybe in a dark setting with like maybe a little bit of street light. Maybe. I don't know. Honestly,
Maybe.
I don't understand how you would mistake that. Like that's
Yeah, I
obviously a
don't
crane.
understand.
I can understand if it's like real late at night, like the grave robbers, like that thing's flying over your head out of nowhere. You'd be like, "Holy crap, what is that?" You know, it's like 2 in the
Yeah,
morning.
that would be understandable. Yeah.
But like,
But how would you get that? How would you get the eye markings though mixed up with glowing red eyes?
I'm
Because
guessing
I don't know.
maybe in some light settings that is like this. That's all you can see. But even though it's like most of its feathers look like it's white, so I don't know. I don't know how you would mistake that. That's just. But
Yeah.
that's what this professor said. He said that's nothing. That's all it is. So there's another theory that this one might like if you're on the mutated portion. Apparently in West Virginia there was an abandoned TNT area, dynamite, where they would just pretty much dump it. It was like an old munitions bunker left by during World War II. And they think maybe that had some radioactive activity and like either that crane or there's somehow some creature mutated out of it. So that's like the other theory of it, of Mothman. But and then you have it was just an elaborate hoax and somehow just caught on. So
Huh.
I don't know.
so we have bird, we have TNT radioactive Birdman, and then we have it's someone just started a rumor.
Honestly, I think someone started a rumor. Someone's dog died by a bear, and they're like, Mothman. I'm just kidding.
Mothman.
I mean, it is the Appalachian. It is like West Virginia mountains. There's probably there's a lot of moonshine.
Oh yeah.
So
drunk
who knows to
people.
say that someone? It just wasn't like people were drunk. People might have seen a big bird and got confused, and it just kind of went from there.
I think marijuana's legal there too, so there's that as well.
Well, I mean,
I think I could be
this was
wrong.
1966.
Oh well, then there you go. Never mind.
The 60s.
And it might. Oh, I'm not gonna lie. It might also play into the fucking. What was it? It was the Mariana effect or something like that. What we were talking about last time.
The Mandela effect?
Mandela's, there it is.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm retarded. Look, okay, we were talking about marinara sauce for shrimps earlier on, okay?
Yeah, we
It's
were.
not my
Yeah, we
fault.
were. Marinara.
Okay,
No, it's not marinara
I'm
sauce.
still
It's
hungry.
It's still cocktail
I'm
sauce,
still
not marinara.
hungry.
So Spooky Poopy Kitty 7 says New Jersey Devil and Mothman are the same? Question mark. From what I know, the New Jersey Devil and Mothman are technically separate, but people think they are the same. Which kind of makes sense. I mean, if Mothman's this giant bird and he's going like state to state, New Jersey and West Virginia aren't too far. You go West Virginia, Pennsylvania, New Jersey.
Okay.
So it's possible. It's possible.
So
And
I've
with
got-
how little sightings there are in each state, it would make sense for it to like move around and stuff a lot, you know?
Yeah, because I think even in PA, around like the eastern Pittsburgh area, I think it's the Thunderbird, and I think someone mentioned it before here. Steampunk Kid and Ishtar, I think, mentioned it. So like, I'm pretty sure like West Virginia, Pennsylvania, and New Jersey all have their own version of Mothman, which kind of, think about it, kind of gives it more validity to maybe people are actually seeing some giant winged creature. Like, is it true? Are people actually seeing this giant creature? Is there like some weird, freakishly large bird flying around between West Virginia to New Jersey? Because you have the New Jersey Devil, Thunderbird, and Mothman.
Yeah.
Is it all the same, or is there actually some like weird creature that lives in a cave or in the forest? Because the mountains is a vast area,
Right.
where any animal could find like a burrow, a cave,
Yeah.
somewhere to live. So like, are people actually seeing something that's real?
Yeah, my question on that basically same thing was like, are these sightings the descriptions of this Mothman, are they exactly the same? Because that's what gets me about all these urban legends I've been reading up on, is the sightings are never consistent, but they're only just close enough to make people think it's the same thing. Kind of like the Mad Gasser, like we talked about a couple weeks ago. The Mad Gasser was seen to be a tall, skinny person or tall, skinny woman in a man's clothes. And there was another time that was a short, stubby man. And then there was another time that was just an average man, all wearing same dark outfits.
So as far as like the Mothman sightings go, it's pretty much similar. Big, giant, dark, winged creature with red eyes.
Okay.
Yeah. No, I know like I'm pretty sure the New Jersey Devil is very similar, and same with the Thunderbird. But the Mothman one is pretty much the same throughout.
Okay.
With like very minor variations, like the New Owl guy who said he saw the bicycle feature of the eyes, the bicycle wheel.
Just the perfectly round eyes.
Yeah. With that like spoke.
Every anime ever, okay? Change my mind. When they get angry and they got perfectly round eyes.
Right?
Yeah.
Like, dude,
Yeah.
what the fuck?
What were you gonna say, Faye?
I don't even know what the fuck is up with you and fucking Monica, bro.
She doesn't do the perfectly round eyes, and that I might actually get a little scared.
Right? But okay, so the crazy thing, and we didn't even get the crazy part about Mothman. Okay. So let me get to this, because it's the biggest part of Mothman and why Mothman is so famous. So a year later, in 1967, in December, just over a year that Mothman was first seen, it was hold on, let me see. Hold on, I want to make sure I get this right. So in West Virginia, in Mount Pleasant, that connects Ohio and West Virginia, there's the Silver Bridge, which was built in 1928. And then the town of Ohio was I'm not, you know what? Honestly, I'm not even gonna attempt to say this. Pretty much just know
I'm not even
Silver
attempt to
Bridge,
say this.
Ohio and West Virginia, because I'm not trying to pronounce that word because I can't.
Okay.
Anyway, so basically at night, when it was right before Christmas, traffic was jam-packed on this bridge. One of the chains that held the bridge together snapped. Okay.
Oh.
Causing the bridge to completely collapse.
Is this bridge like the size of the Golden Bridge or Golden Gate Bridge?
No. It's not that big. It's a large bridge, but it's not nearly as big as that. But it did hold, a decent amount of cars.
Okay.
I mean, I think I gave you the picture. If you want, you should have that picture.
All right, let me check.
Because it was a relatively big bridge.
Oh yes, there is a bridge here. Okay, I'll put it up on screen.
It hold a lot of people.
There it is.
Yeah. Let me see this. I know there's a delay. But anyway, so the Ohio side of the bridge, one of the bearings pretty much snapped off, collapsing the bridge. And it's not that green one on the front. It's the one to the far top. So that real long one. So it is a decently sized bridge. So that bridge, the river was icy. It was extremely cold. And it collapsed. The cars went in. And I think, here it is. 46 people actually died.
Oh, yeah, I was about to ask how many people died in that.
So how does this come back to Mothman? Is that there's some reportings that people said that day they saw the winged creature on the bridge earlier that day.
Oh.
So the town pretty much said it was Mothman that collapsed the bridge, and he was pretty much a demon.
Out to fulfill his duty.
That would kind of...
That would ease the minds of the town for a failure like that, but at the same time...
Right, yeah.
Do we actually believe Mothman was able to chew through steel bearings or steel chains of a bridge?
A bridge like that, I'm sure the support on that was like 2 feet wide.
And it was built in 1928, probably wasn't designed for the heavy traffic of 1967.
Yeah,
so.
traffic.
That's true.
Yeah, things get bigger and bigger. But even 67, going on some stories that when my old boss, he used to be a car fanatic. he was telling me that back then when he would soup up his car back in 50s, 60s, traffic was nowhere near what we have now. So it allowed him to get on the highway and put in his favorite cassette tape and floor it.
And just
all the way
go.
home.
Fuck
just
it.
go. Not give a shit, and he's just going. So probably is going to have more weight to it, but at the same time, that time frame, the real big heavy places were still cities, and I don't think this town was that big.
No, it's a very small town.
Do you know
It's
how many?
pretty. I mean, you can.
Do you know how many people
I know
occupy it?
it's under 10,000.
Yeah, it's not that big.
No, it's a small West Virginia town. It's not that big. There probably was a lot of traffic because it was so close to Christmas.
I
And
can see
people were
that.
driving and everything. But I'm pretty sure there was like at the time there was like a traffic jam, and there was just like everyone was stopped. It was like almost too perfect. You know what I mean? Like the whole setting of it, like the bridge was busy, it stopped, and then all of a sudden, bam, just collapses.
And it's over. And that's a lot of how a lot of tragedies happen. It's like the scene is just too perfect, and the next thing you know, something fails.
Yeah.
Mothman knew.
So, was it Mothman?
The
Is
motherfucker
Mothman
knew.
some like
He knew.
You know,
creature of mass destruction, or is it just a weird coincidence that it just so happened that maybe someone thought they saw the winged beast up there that day, and they were just like, "Well, it's Mothman," you know? He did it.
yeah.
But is there anything that big over there though?
What?
Like as big as Mothman over in Ohio, that area specifically?
I think that just goes back to the bird, the sandhill crane.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Huh.
That was like the only explanation
How
that
big
I
is the
saw
crane?
that had. How big
Because
is the
this
crane?
cranes I've seen have been my height, and that's nowhere
Cranes
fucking
are
near the
big.
height. Like,
You know,
Yeah,
I actually
but we're
didn't look up
talking-
the actual size of the sandhill crane. But I'm assuming if it's just like any other crane, like I've seen them, they're at least like 5 feet tall and probably have a wingspan of 6 or more.
yeah, then how could you mess?
Because it's dark.
Yeah.
You know, in Signs.
dark.
You ever watch Signs
That's
when they say
true.
it's dark?
Yeah, and then yeah, a lot of people like to get their fucking information fucked up. That's true. Yeah, like they might accidentally say it's a little bit bigger. Because I'm not gonna lie, I can't fucking judge height or length
No.
with shit.
No. I
Yeah,
mean,
when you're-
go ahead on. Go ahead.
Yeah, if you're standing like let's say 500 feet away from something, like said Mothman, you can't tell how tall he is unless if you had something that you know that he's standing next to gauge him off of.
Well, here's another
Right,
thing.
yeah.
Here's another thing. And I don't know if you guys, like, I don't know where you live, but like I've been in West Virginia real late at night, and it is like dark. I mean, like SpongeBob
There's-
goes down into the freaking dark part of the ocean, dark, like darker
Yeah.
than dark. And if there's a crane with its arm or its wings like spread out, just standing there, like just so happens, maybe it's just like doing one of these, and you see
Yeah.
that at night, you're gonna be like, what in the hell is that? Like
Oh, wait a minute, that
you
that
might
brings
not
up a
be
good
able to
question.
recognize. Huh?
Do the crane? What do you call that? Where the animals can see in the dark? Do those cranes have that?
What, night vision?
Not night
It's a
vision, but,
specific word, but like cats and dogs, they can see
Yeah,
in the
they can
dark.
see
You
at
shine a
night.
light, it reflects off of them.
Oh yeah, because they have the special lens that reflects light. So if light
Yes.
was,
Do
then
the
their eyes would
cranes have
glow.
that? Do
I
these
don't
cranes
know.
have
That's true.
Because if these cranes have that, and you shined a red light on them, or there was a red light somewhere,
Yeah.
I could see that happening. But that goes back to what I was saying, asking the question a second ago about consistency. You would think you would see the Mothman with different colored eyes as well instead of just red. So that theory is just kind of
Would.
up there, barely staggering on the line.
But everyone pretty much says it's red. That everyone who saw Mothman says it's red eyes.
So
Right.
unless if the scene it's perfectly every single time there's a red light, yeah, that theory is kind of meh.
Nocturnal vision, their eyes gather more light.
That's what it is.
There
Thank
it
you.
is.
Ishtar said it. Thanks, Ishtar.
We should
So-
have Ishtar as
yeah, no,
our,
actually, it
guide,
doesn't need
always
red
look
light.
things up for us.
It doesn't need red light because if you see a lot of Chihuahuas specifically, their eyes glow red.
Oh,
when you shine light.
Could it be with their
Huh.
eye size as well that makes the certain lighting reflection? Because
Because
you're right. I've seen it.
because if you shine light on a cat's eyes, they mostly shine green.
Yeah.
Well, if you
And then a
shine-
lot of canine eyes, you see a lot of red.
Well, yeah,
I'm
because
usually
like
seeing
even
white.
even the human eye, if you shine a light like at a 45-degree angle, you get what's called the red reflex. So the eye will
It's true.
appear red.
And
So
also,
is it just a play off of the lighting? Maybe it
And
doesn't actually.
that is very because you also get the fact that the crane's head, the eyes are not straight forward; they're on the sides of its head. So the light wouldn't be hitting the eyes directly, and like you said, at a 45-degree angle, the human eye will look like it's glowing red.
But
so
you know
the
what
same
the
thing
problem
might
with
be able
that
to apply
is?
to the crane's eyes.
I agree with that. But you know what the problem is? As you just said, the eyes are on the sides of their heads. They're not perfectly in front.
Oh, odd. The picture,
So-
The bridge is still
the
there.
bridge is still up.
Is it? Oh, my bad.
Yeah.
Completely forgot.
Nice.
Um,
Oh, that's a nice bridge you got there, buddy.
It is a nice bridge.
Yeah, it's a nice bridge.
so if you were looking at this thing dead in its face, you wouldn't see perfectly round eyes.
That's also true.
Yeah, that is also true.
So
Yeah,
the
it'd be,
crane,
like more ovalish.
yeah, the crane theory here is kind of. I don't think it was the crane
Dwindling.
that we
I
see.
don't believe in the crane theory. I just don't because I
Yeah,
feel
I
like
don't-
if you
how could
saw
you
it,
fuck
you
up
would.
with
There's
that?
no way you're gonna say that's a 10-foot tall man moth guy who's
That was
growling
one
at
special crane.
at my door. Like, it's just not. I could understand if it was like the New Jersey Devil and the Thunderbird make more sense because like I've driven down certain areas of PA real late at night, and I've seen this giant fucking bird. It was most likely a crane, but at the time it was like, midnight and it scared the living,
Yeah.
Or a
living
Canadian
daylights out of
geese,
me.
just flying by itself.
Yeah, or maybe it was Mothman, but like, I just the whole. If I heard like if it was a new creature and like my neighbor said I saw this giant 10-foot tall red-eyed beast outside my window and then I saw a crane, I wouldn't be like, oh, that's Mothman.
Yeah.
Right. Oh,
Um,
that's Mothman.
So, I don't know if you already explained it, but why is he considered Mothman? Is it because he looks like a moth, or is it because that's what people want him to look like? Because from our stories that we're hearing, he's just a big 10-foot tall with red eyes. Where do the wings come from?
Well, from the gravediggers and the other eyewitnesses say he'd fly away.
Okay, so
Yeah.
yeah, of course we did. We were just talking about him flying a bunch.
I
but
think
why
it's
is
because
he
the
a
overall
moth?
shape of it's more rounded and
Yeah.
has like
it kinda
doesn't
looks
have
like a
like
moth.
bird-like wings. It's the
Yeah.
more of the moth-like.
Huh?
Because if
Okay.
you take a look at a lot of the fucking moth memes, a lot of those memes have the fucking like the just casual white to brownish moths that kind of are rounded
Yeah.
at the top, kind of, and their eyes are glowing a little bit reddish.
Correct me if
kinda
I'm
funny.
wrong, but the moths normally have several eyes, don't they? More than two? Or do they only have two?
I think they have two big eyes, right?
Yeah,
think-
they do.
I don't know much about actual moths. I just know they're fuzzy and gross.
Trying to remember the
adorable.
memes. Trying to
The
remember
fuck you
all
mean
the
they're gross?
memes
Moths
about
are
the whole
adorable.
Mothman
I mean-
and
Yeah,
where's my lamp brother kind of bullshit.
yeah.
They're usually big, round eyes. So
Yeah.
is this a situation where it's like, you try to zoom in your camera on a bug that's right up close to you, and you know how a lot of the memes there are, they're trying to focus in on the bug, but they're too close for the camera to focus, and then they somehow
Yeah.
get it just right, and they see the fucking bug's face so perfectly, it scares the living shit out of them. Is that happening with this
No.
situation?
Are you
Because
are you
it's
asking, are
eyewitness
people,
stuff, and we barely have any pictures of them. We
Yeah,
only have
are
like
we
drawings
asking
and
that,
stuff
like-
this
about it.
there's a moth
moth?
on a window and someone puts their head up like this and it's like, oh shit, there's a giant Mothman.
Oh shit!
Yeah.
There's a giant moth shit out there. What the fuck is that? And the little shit. fucking
I know
crawls
that
along
the theory
fucking
sounds
window.
retarded. I know the theory sounds retarded, but it could possibly.
I mean, if you're altered mental like even altered mental status, you're drunk or are high, and you just so happen to put your face up to a window and there's a giant moth in front of you, maybe. But how's that?
I mean,
How would that explain the grave robbers who started it all?
I don't know. I mean, have you
Adrenaline?
talked to a grave robber? They're kind of weird
No.
people.
You've talked to a grave.
No, I'm just going off of movies that I've seen, like
What, like
Ghost
SpongeBob
Rider.
or Mr. Krabs?
Yeah, that one too. No. I'm just spitballing at this point.
No, yeah, I know.
Jeez.
I know. No, I don't know. I don't think it's a bird. I like to believe in like weird things, so I tend to think that someone saw some weird ass creature. Whether
Yeah.
I don't know what it is.
Yeah,
But there's just too many. There's too many accounts to say like it didn't happen. In my opinion, I don't know.
And then
Like, why
the
would there be
bridge
so
thing,
many witnesses?
The bridge thing really does make me think he does exist, because it's like, yeah, we saw somebody up there, or did we see somebody up there sabotaging the bridge? It's too many theories. And
It
it's
is.
like,
Was it like just a creature of bad omen? I mean, it's possible, maybe. But then, like,
Yeah.
why would you have the Thunderbird and the Jersey Devil? Like, they're different states, but like in a very similar area in relation to the country. Who are
Did you
reporting
say
very
they-
similar things.
Did you say they looked different between all three of these states?
I didn't look enough into the New Jersey Devil and the Thunderbird to be able to make that like accurate statement on that. I just
Okay.
know
It's
it's
just the
a
fact that
giant,
all three,
have
are
a
like
a
fairly
similar, yeah, a very similar creature running or flying around.
Because I can see it being the same one, and then everyone that's seeing it would say in that state they would be seeing it and they'd make their own assessment, and then another state they'd make their own assessment of what it is, because, you know, then people don't talk to each other.
Yeah.
They're not neighbors kind of deal. So I can see
Right.
them being considered three different ones, but if the sightings are all the same, it's the same Mothman, which means now we
Yeah.
have a bigger, wider area of people have seen Mothman, making it even more hard not to believe that he exists.
But then, how long ago was this? This was
66 is when it started.
1966. So, have there been any recent things? Like,
You know
recent
what? That
sightings?
is a good. You know what?
Because
a
if
good
this was
question.
made back in 1966, 1967, then how long would this motherfucker actually be alive? You know what I mean?
You know, I mean,
Yeah.
I don't want to go into it, but this makes me think about UFOs, and one day we're going to talk about UFOs, because
Yes.
that shit goes on till this day. Thank you for the follow. But anyway, I'm wondering if it has to do with the whole UFO thing. Like, these, around that time frame that he's talking about, the whole UFO sightings was fairly large, because UFOs
Yeah.
started getting seen, correct me if I'm wrong, it was back in the early 1900s. Sometime around
Well,
1910
actually,
or
there's like
1920.
Renaissance paintings with UFOs in them.
Oh shit, this shit goes even farther back than that.
And then
Okay,
yeah, you also
yeah.
have weird shit on fucking like Egyptian like markings and
Yeah.
shit. Like they got like, bro, you know what's even cooler? They actually have. I remember watching this with my dad a while ago. They've actually stated that they have found helicopter glyphs in
Yes.
Egyptian
Yes.
pyramids.
Yep.
Shit that looked like helicopters, jets, like the attack helicopters today. That's what those glyphs exactly look like. Like it looked like an actual Apache helicopter on the side of a fucking wall in Egypt.
Holy shit.
Yep. That's why
I'm
we
about
need to
look
go
into
into
this.
depth on aliens.
Like,
soon,
dude.
'cause-
We're gonna save that, so we're gonna go hop off that topic.
So, but yeah, I mean, it could be. It very well could be an alien. But because while you guys were talking about, I did look up one of the last Mothman sightings, and apparently, let's see here. This was written 2020.
Oh,
2020,
Okay.
last
in
year?
September 2020 in Chicago, O'Hara International Airport, a 15-year-old United States, or sorry, not a 15, but a 15-year United States Postal Service veteran described seeing a red-eyed winged creature after work at Chicago O'Hara's International Airport in September
Oh.
2020. She said, I had just left work at the USPS sorting facility of the O'Hare Airport at about 11 p.m. on Thursday, the 24th of September, and was walking out of my car when I saw something standing at the far end of the parking lot where I usually park. At first, I thought it was a very tall person with a long coat on. As I got closer to my car, I unlocked my car, which caused my headlights to come on. My headlights hit the person standing about 20 to 25 feet from my car, causing it to turn and look right at me. I saw that this was not some person, but some red-eyed creature in what appeared to be a coat were actually wings, which it spread out as it turned to look at me. At first, I thought it was something I thought, oh my God, I cannot read this because it's so small. Sorry.
English, motherfucker, can you
At
speak
first,
it?
I thought it was some kind of very, very large bird, but I've never seen any bird that stood almost 7 feet tall. So this person said it was 7, and she is 5'4", and this thing looked taller than me by at least 2 feet. This thing then started making some type of chirping sound, almost a half chirp and half click, like someone was clicking their tongue, but much faster. It then made some type of screeching sound and took off running toward me. It got within 10 feet of me and then took off into the air. I was screaming hysterically as I crouched down behind the car, opened the door, and I dived into the car head first. I was in near panic and I tried to start the car, close and lock the doors, and turn on my interior lights. I started my car and took off the parking lot and flew down the road till I hit the main road. I got home and told my husband what happened, and he told me about the Mothman history. I was scared shitless, and I hoped I'd never see this thing again.
Damn. Okay.
But
so the sightings are still the
question
same.
about that though is my question about that is though, how would she know that it got within 10 feet before flying off if she was already crouched down behind her car?
No,
Probably because it started running, and then
Yeah, it
when
started
she
running and then she
decided to
crouched.
jump, she saw it about 10 feet away from her
Yeah.
car.
Okay, all right. I was about to say,
Yeah.
like, if she said it flew off right at this point, and
She probably didn't even
then-
see it fly
I
off.
don't
She
know.
might have heard it, but she
Yeah.
probably didn't see it, because if she jumped into her car trying to get the hell out of there, maybe she did see it still. Because as he just said in the story,
Well-
she started the car to get the hell out of there.
Well, yeah, like if it's running at you and then you crouch down and then it goes woof and flies right over you.
Okay, yeah, that works too.
But that was like not too long ago.
No, that's not too
And that
long
was in
ago.
Chicago.
Which, it's not quite
So
a
now we're
neighboring
like
state, is
extending
it?
on this whole like northeastern area.
Thanks for the follow. Is it? So, I wonder. Wait a minute. Is that a connecting state to all these states? I'm kind of retarded. I know it's like west of
He
Ohio,
just said
right?
it's extending. It's extending out to the northeastern area. So
Oh,
Yeah,
okay,
it's-
so
I'm saying like now
we
we
are
have
a
like,
neighbor state.
from Chicago, it's Illinois, down to West Virginia through Ohio, West Virginia, PA, New Jersey. We have like this
Okay,
like
okay.
loop of now sightings.
Well, okay.
But she
The only-
described it.
She
Like,
did.
there
Most
was your
of the
thing of,
description.
like, is it consistent?
It's very
Tall,
consistent. The
winged
only thing
beast with
is
red eyes.
she thought it was 7 feet, and I can believe that she might have been guessing it wrong. So if it's still I still think it'll be at 10 feet. She just saw it wrong. 'Cause
Yeah.
she is a short woman.
Okay,
Hey.
but like if you see
hey,
what you
stop
believe
shitting
is
on
7,
short people, bro. The fuck's wrong?
it
with
actually might have been taller. You know what
Yeah,
I mean?
that's what
If
I'm
you
saying.
Think about it, because if it's like 25 feet in front of you and appears to be 7 feet tall, it actually might be bigger.
Exactly. That's a fair distance away to misjudge its height.
Yeah.
She probably wasn't even using anything as reference, like a car, because
you?
people
So
don't know cars.
I would probably say officially it is between 7 to 11 feet tall.
Yeah.
Eh.
Yeah, I
On
think we
average.
could. Yeah.
Because that's what it sounds like. A lot of people are saying between those two ranges. 7 is like the closest I've ever seen it get to at like a normal human being.
Yeah, those numbers
Like
are
6
close
foot.
enough to make it viable that that
Yeah.
the sightings are consistent.
I mean, I don't know, man. That would kind of suck. You're kind of trying to go to work and you see Mothman charging at you.
Dude, you get done with work, you just want to go home and be with your hubby or wifey, and all of a sudden you're like, oh, fuck, I'm going to die tonight. I mean, this is typical tragedy on anything, but, whatever.
I'm in danger.
Freaking Mothman rushes you. Like, no. I'd be
That is also
hysterical,
true.
too.
Wagon brings up a good fucking point. Yeah, who says that there's only one though? So there could be multiple in varying heights. One could be younger, like this one could be younger, like a more like smaller to around.
Yeah,
7
but then
feet.
you would think
and then
if there
the
were
older one
more,
should be up to
there would
around
be
10.
There would be differences in their sizes as well. Like one's wings might be a little smaller, where one's wings might look a little different.
Well, I don't know, because if it's the same, like, think of it as one species. If it's the same species, they're all going to have the relative same wingspan.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you also have to know that, fuck, my brain just died. Why can I not brain?
It's okay, I can't speak.
brain. I can't brain. So she says that it looked like just a long trench coat, right?
Yes.
And that it was around 7 feet tall, so it might have been just a smaller, version. And then you get the bigger ones that are around 10 feet, and it makes it look more owl-shaped, right?
Yeah, that's true.
So
but
It could just be age.
They also
like, maybe
said,
it was just a younger.
Yeah.
She also said the trench coat kind of, and I didn't hear this part, but the way I heard it is when she saw the trench coat, the lights came on and then the wings expanded. So
Yeah,
the trench coat was
she
no
started to
longer
see
a
it,
thing
like-
anymore. So when the wings are folded up, it looks more like a trench coat.
Yeah.
Well, and it was dark, so that's like the only thing she could probably describe it as.
Exactly. And
Like,
then,
if the
of
wings
course,
are down and kind of like hug the
if it
creature,
started running
it
away,
could look like a coat.
if it started running away, she could get a better description of it as well because it's not going after her. It went after her.
Yeah, dude,
and
she went after
she
like,
freaked
that.
out. Okay.
That fight or flight is activated, and she just dropped. She's like, nope. I'm
Fuck that
not
shit.
doing this.
The car, please help.
Get in car. Boom.
Like, you're all alone in the parking lot at like some USPS like sorting facility. Like, there's no
Yeah.
one around.
There's nothing there. You're probably the last one that went out of the store.
Yeah.
Exactly. Mothman sees lamp. That's what I was gonna say too. I was
Yeah.
like, the
A
car lights
lamp!
came on,
Oh,
and
yeah,
it's like
Lamp.
Fucking goes after the fucking headlights, notices woman. Oh, fuck! Flies off.
yeah, he flies off. He got scared by human interaction. Oh, damn. All right. Well, we hit our quota for today.
Well, do you want
Bro,
to?
next time we definitely need to talk about the Palmyra Wolves because these things are fucking creepy.
I kind of wanted to know about like yours though.
Oh, we'll
Did you
get to
want to
mine.
go off that, or did you want to save that?
Let's save that because we've got
Okay.
lots of things we can talk about. And seeing as how we just broke down this one, oh man, we'll break down that one too.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie though. There's nothing really to break down about mine. Mine is just like it's kind
You
of
wanna
a
tell yours?
one-time. Yeah, sure. It's
I kinda
actually
wanna
not
know.
too long.
All right.
Yeah, it's not too long, and I don't think the Palmyra Wolves are too big of a urban legend. It's more or less just a story between this one family that happened to them while they were out in the buttfuck boonies, really, because it's a small town. I can't remember exactly what fucking town it was, but it was a small family. The fucking family consisted of, I think it was no, it was one child. So it was one child, two parents. The two parents were pretty much almost out of a job. So that's why they were out in this small town, because the rent was cheap. There was probably nice, standing fucking new jobs that were popping up in this said town. And fucking in the story it said that while they were getting settled in and stuff, the wife doesn't like guns in the house. She thinks that putting guns in the house would be dangerous, and that maybe one of the maybe the kid would accidentally fucking grab that. Okay, no, that sorry, the way okay, there was two kids. That was my bad, because yeah, okay, there was two kids. Sorry, my brain goes burr. So she's talking about like, yeah, what if one of the kids grabs the fucking guns, you know, starts playing with it, accidentally hurts themselves, right? And so she just doesn't like guns in the house. So she tells the father to go put their guns out in the barn that they have, because this is more of like a farmhouse kind of place. Like they have a nice
Yeah.
big open field for maybe a small community's amount of farming to be done, right? Pretty much enough to feed at least half of the town with just this farm.
Yeah.
And so they have this nice big open field, and then the barn's like right next to the house, and it's a nice 2-story home with an attic living space.
Oh, okay.
And so the parents' bedroom would be in the attic's living space, and the children's bedrooms would be on the second floor, and then the whole entire living room is just, you know, straight up, just straight up living room, kitchen, utility stuff, right?
Yeah.
And so then these two, the couple would actually get into a routine of getting up at like, you know, night, like around like 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock at night, 7 o'clock, where the moon's going down, more or less, right? The moon's going down. It's nice, and it's a very nice view. They go outside on their porch, they sit down and drink coffee. And, you know, they get into that kind of ritual, right? And so one day they're taking their 2 dogs that they have out on a walk, right? And again, it's nice, a nice big open field, and there's a giant tree line right across the field from their house, and it's just straight forest. So they say that they were going through trying to, you know, just take their dogs out for their walks and stuff, and they let them off the leash out into the foresty areas while they were walking through, and they're just enjoying their time, right? But then as their dogs kind of got more into the forest, they say their dogs kind of got really weird. Like they would start kind of half growling, not full on growling like there's something right fucking next to us kind of deal, but they'd
Yeah.
get skittish, right?
Yeah.
They would get skittish as if something was somewhere, or they sensed something, or they picked up on a bad smell.
Yep.
And so they would notice this in the dogs, and they'd be thinking, oh, maybe it's just some like coyotes or foxes that are around in the forest. So probably, you know, just keep an eye out, make sure that they aren't getting followed, or maybe there's like some kind of wolf or something, right? So they're just on high alert. And when they do so, they kind of notice that while they're walking, they notice this kind of mound area. It's not really a hill, but a mound, a big, big mound. And there's a little hole in that mound. And so when they get closer, they notice that it's a den-like area, that something would definitely be living there. So then that confirms their theories of it either being some kind of coyote or wolf, because foxes don't really make a den. They make just a straight hole in the ground, and they make underground dens. Well, this one, it was like right out and about, right here, very shallow, like mini cave. And so they say, all right, it's probably a good idea to turn back. They leash up their dogs, and they fucking head back home, and they just keep that mental note that there's probably something in the woods, and they probably shouldn't be letting their dogs out off leash.
Yeah.
So they go back home, and they kind of just leave it at that. And after a few nights of them, you know, just doing their usual, drinking their coffee out on the porch, they decide to, you know, go right back out on the porch, do their little thing. But the father, he gets that natural, like, gut feeling that they're being watched.
Ooh.
Right? Like,
Yeah, I
he
hate
just
that.
like, he doesn't see anything. He doesn't hear anything, but he just gets that feeling that he's being watched. And so as he does this, he pours out his coffee immediately, and he gets up and he grabs his wife's arm. He's like, we need to leave. We need to get into the house. We just need to get in the house. We need to leave. And the wife's just sitting there like dumbfounded, like, what the fuck's going on? Do you see something? Do you hear something? And he's like, we need to get into the house. I don't feel right. I feel like I'm being watched. There's something out here. So as this is happening, the wife notices out on the field, because there's, you know, the moonlight shines just barely enough for them to be able to barely see out on the field. She sees 4 masses that kind of look like giant wolves.
Okay.
Like they're probably like between the size of a normal wolf and a grizzly bear.
Oh my
Oh.
god, like a dire wolf.
Oh.
Yeah, almost like a direwolf size. And as they notice this, the father turns around and he sees this too, and he's like, "Get in the fucking house." So they fucking turn around and they bolt into the house. And as they're getting into the house, the wife, like out the corner of her eye, she says she saw them, like the four things out in the field, starting to bolt at them. Since they fucking noticed, since the things noticed that they were caught. So as they were getting it through the door, the father says as he closed the door, he heard them on the gravel path just in front of the fucking doorway.
Oh shit.
Or right in front of the porch, because there's a gravel path right in front of the porch where they would normally park their cars.
Yeah.
And he said he heard them fucking running up just now getting onto that gravel as he closes the door. And then as he closed the door, he then heard them up on the porch, walking around on the hardwood.
No.
He could hear the claws walking around.
No.
And so then as they heard them, they were fucking like, oh shit, they're surrounding the house, because they can hear them starting to walk around, right? The entire around the house has a nice like wooden porch that you could just walk around, and it's all fenced off. There's only two entrances, one at the front, one at the back, in order to get onto the porch. And again, he hears them walking around, and he's like, oh, fuck. So close all the blinds and shit, right? You know, fucking just try not to fucking antagonize them to make them kind of want to get in, right? And so as they're just, you know, trying to chill out, wait them out, they hear them walk off the porch. Like, they don't hear them on the porch anymore. So I can't remember who it was. Was it the father or the wife? No, sorry, it's the father. The father said he walked up on, like, next to the window to check where they were at, and they were out in the field, back out in the field, thinking that they just lost their catch, right?
Yeah.
And he's like, okay, this is at least good. But he did recently bitch to his wife, saying this is why we need fucking guns in the house, because he couldn't do anything, because the fucking guns were out in the barn.
Oh my
and
God.
if he tried to get out there, go to the barn to grab the guns to defend the house, it was like, oh fuck, you know, they would fucking get his ass.
Yeah,
because they're fucking. Yeah.
If they were dire wolves, they would have been massive
Giant
dogs, and they would
wolves.
have chased him
And
down.
you also have to remember, they were fast enough to get from halfway across the field to the gravel path in front of the house within seconds of them trying to get inside the house from outside the porch. So
And
he
you were
knew he wouldn't
saying-
be able to outrun them.
And you were saying this field, if this is the right side of the field we're looking at, this field was big enough to feed a town, right?
Yeah, half the town. It was one of those
Yeah.
farmhouses that had enough land to where it was pretty much be like that old style, you know, there would only be a few farms in this town to feed the entire town. You know what I mean? You know, just
So this was
efficiency.
I don't want to say some random bullshit number, but this was probably like a 40-acre field then. Unless that's just
Probably
way
around,
too big.
I would say. I'm not exactly great on fucking acreage estimations
I'm
and
not
stuff.
either,
And
but-
I don't think they ever really explained. I don't think they ever really explained the fucking acreage. And I think if they did, I fucking forgot. So
Yeah.
That's fair.
Either way, a decent amount of land,
But-
very fast wolves got there within seconds.
yeah, and
that's-
fucking. He says that as he was looking at them, he saw one stand up on its hind legs, kind of like how you would see a meerkat looking around.
The fuck?
Yeah.
Okay, well that's not a
Yeah,
dire
and
wolf then.
and as it stood up on its hind legs to look around, it looked back at the house and it fucking saw him through the window. It didn't look at the house, not up, not off to the side, at him. It saw it. He saw it stare at him through the fucking window.
Oh.
And then they turned around. All four of them turned around and came right back towards the fucking house.
Oh.
And he closed the fucking blinds again. And as he did so, he heard them crawling around on the fucking porch again. And then soon he started hearing them climb.
Okay.
Oh, great.
That
And
triggers
so,
my
As he heard them climb, he told his wife to go wake up the kids and get them upstairs, right? Because he didn't want them fucking like digging into the wall, right? Or
Yeah.
breaking one of the downstairs windows. because he thought they could only climb so high. But later on, as he's trying to watch down, like at the first floor, he couldn't see him anymore. But as his wife was upstairs with his 2 kids, she said that she could hear them on the roof trying to dig at certain spots in the roof, trying to get into the fucking into the attic. And then they realize, where the fuck are their 2 dogs?
Oh,
so
not
the
the
father
dogs
starts
again.
the father starts freaking out, like, where the fuck are the dogs? So they start looking around for them, and they notice that the dogs are cowering under the bed up in the attic.
Oh God.
They weren't making any noises. They were just sitting under the bed, scared out of their fucking minds.
Flaming, yes. Bring the silver bullets. Those are werewolves, dude.
And fucking, they were just forced to fucking sit in their house because they couldn't do shit.
Yeah.
Because all the guns were in the barn. So they tried dialing the police, right? And the police are like, "Oh, sorry, it's fine. Don't worry. They're probably just large wolves or a bear.
Large
just
wolves
stay in
that
your home, lock your
climb
doors, lock your
house.
windows, and you'll be fine." Right? You'll be fine. It's just some wildlife. You'll be fine. And so then they don't get jack shit help from the fucking police because they think they're just fucking talking nonsense, right? And so they're just forced to sit there overnight. And fucking, the one thing that got to me was the fact that when they said that they walked out to fucking, like, check the prints, or not check the prints, but, like, check the house and shit, like, you know, where they heard them at, they can see the, like, indent of how close they got to getting inside the fucking attic at the top of the roof.
Oh my God.
They're calling in.
They just barely,
Yeah.
they stopped right when it was going to break in. Oh, that sucks. They got lucky.
Yeah, I don't know.
It was
That sounds more
interesting.
like werewolves than anything.
Yeah,
Why
doesn't
wouldn't- Wolves don't
Honey,
climb-
bring the
wolves-
silver bullets!
wolves
I
don't
fucking
climb
love flaming.
houses. I know, right?
Dude. And I got the story off of Mr. Ballin. This guy actually does a lot of these types of like, he shares a lot of these types of fucking little stories that families have, like families out in the buttfuck boonies have encountered, right? And I really actually do recommend you guys fucking check them out because it is fair. Like this
Yeah,
specifically, like this story specifically, the video that I'm getting it from is family hunted by a pack of unidentified creatures nicknamed the Palmyra Wolves. So just search up Mr. Ballin, the Palmyra
Mr.
Wolves, and
Ballin.
you'll get the story.
All right. Yeah, I definitely will.
Yeah,
Mr.
I'm going
Ballin.
to start looking up this guy too.
I love stuff like
it's-
this. I love these creepy stories. That's why I like.
And
like,
I'm not gonna lie, I haven't watched this video for a while, so I might have gotten a few things wrong, but that's the majority of how the story
Hey
went.
man, you
Either
did
way,
a
it sounds,
good
sounds
job.
terrifying.
It was fucking, dude. It was fucking. I was listening to it, and I was playing Elite Dangerous too while I was doing
Oh,
this. Like I was
damn.
trying to fucking, I was
Grind it out.
trying to fucking grind out my shit, and then I fucking hear, like, I just fucking clicked on it, like, oh, this sounds fucking whatever. It's just something to fucking filter out while I fucking play
Yeah.
this fucking boring
And
ass.
you get
fucking
sucked
bullshit,
right
just
in.
trying to grind this up, because if those of you who don't fucking know, for some fucking reason, my Elite Dangerous account got rolled back
Oh,
by
God, here we
like,
go again.
I don't know how many fucking months. I had a federal Corvette. I had Rear Admiral rank, and for some reason, they took away my ship, they took away my rank, and they bumped me back down to when I only had a Type 9 heavy transport ship, and that's not really that much. It pains me.
Going again. You
It's-
went
you
on
doing
the
it
for
again.
like an
Pains
hour,
me.
like 2 hours the other day. But I get
Oh
it.
my
I would be
God.
living too if
I
I
would be
lost
too.
that amount of rank because Elite Dangerous is one hell of a grindy game.
Dude, it is a
Yeah.
grindy game, but it's fun. I love the game. It's fun to play, especially when you have friends. Like, if you have a fucking nice group of friends to go out and grind some combat missions with,
Yes.
that is the funnest thing to do. Because
Those
I remember
combat
I
zones
played with,
are intense.
They are like,
God,
dude.
I wish I had my
fucking
flight
me
stick.
and my buddy Ziggy.
You'll
like
get it.
me and my. You will get it soon, but you need to play it even before your flight stick so you can appreciate the flight stick.
I will. Oh, I will. Don't worry about
honestly,
Fucking-
I honestly
dude.
like played it for like one day just to get used to it with the controller. I was like, this is the worst thing ever. Like I'm like have like an Xbox controller. This is terrible. And then like I immediately bought the HOTAS system. I was like, this is amazing. This is like I'm here. in
Dude, I
space
fucking
flying.
I
This is
started
amazing.
using. No, I was just using mouse and keyboard and it was fun. Especially since I got voice attack, I started using
Oh,
that to
yeah.
actually like just tell my ship commands like full
Yeah.
throttle, and then it would fucking boot up to
That's
full
chill.
throttle. Hey, fucking jump to the next system, and it would fucking automatically jump. And there's
That
also
sounds fun.
Dude, there's also an interesting AI program that you can download, and it will use voice attack. And it will say like it has a plethora of like system names and like all this shit. So you can say, "Hey, plot a course to the Sol system," and it will automatically do it for you. And
That's
it
so
can
cool.
also do specific stations within certain systems.
Oh, damn.
It's fucking cool. So you can straight up say, "Hey, I want to go over to the James Memorial Station," and it will automatically plot a course to the specific station.
That's what
I
love
want that
about the
now.
mods
I'm
on-
gonna
on
get
Elite.
Cortana.
And you can use it for, there's also an exploration, like there's an exploration AI specific, so there's different versions of it too. So you
Okay.
got the version that's just, basic all out. It will plot this, fucking routes for all these fucking stations and shit, but it will also, there's also an exploration version where it will also like say, "Hey, give me information about this system." And then it'll say, "The trade prices in this system are remarkably low. You can sell all the stocks that you got from this system in so-and-so system." So it will give you live updates of certain systems and their trading markets and shit, like right then and there for you. It's fucking cool.
Yeah, Elite is very elaborate. Like Lost has tried to explain things to me as well. How in depth like the political aspect of it is, like the fractions and like how the politics
Oh,
work, and
dude,
how like
like-
the users affect how the politics play out depending on what they
what
do.
I figured out is that it actually took a solid few months of actual player interaction in order to clear out a system for it to be colonized.
Yeah,
And the developers actually put a station there and said that it was all clear, but it was in bad shape. So
Yeah.
as people traded in the market there, it got more and more stable, and
Yes.
it brought up
It's
like
crazy.
more fucking systems. Dude, it was fucking crazy. It's fucking insane on how in depth you can actually get with the Elite Dangerous, like, not just the community, but the actual system itself. It's fucking cool. I love it. And this has
It's our
turned into an
factions.
ad
Yeah, it's
for
not
Elite Dangerous.
factions.
Buy it, bitch.
Buy it now. It's on
usually
sale.
on sale. It's usually on sale for like a couple dollars.
Damn, then I missed it already. I paid for it at full price.
Oh,
You Steve?
Yeah, suck my nut, bitch. I got it for.
me to my Flying Dutchman, Davy Jones will haul Jameson's memorial. Ralph plotted. Davy Jones.
Okay.
Why? I love it. Yes, I can't wait till we all get Elite Dangerous. Well, I mean, you have it, and
I
but
have it.
Odd. I
We
can't
can
wait.
play.
so
Odd
that
is
we
just
can-
lazy. He doesn't want to try it because he's crying
What?
about his fucking flight stick.
Yo, I
Yes!
played it yesterday. The fuck you talking about?
You didn't even play it. You created your character, and that was it. You're like, "Oh, let me just fucking create my character. Oh, what should I name it? Oh, the drunken bastard. Oh," and that's all he did. He created it, and then he just left the game. Was like, "Oh, I want to play 7 Days to
No,
Die."
I didn't.
Yeet.
I
You
played the
did.
game.
That's all you did.
I finished
You just
the
created
tutorial.
Your character, and that's
Look.
it. You didn't
Look.
even spawn in.
I played
Look.
the tutorial.
You
What the
didn't
hell are you
leave
talking
the
about?
station.
Yes,
You
I
didn't leave the
did.
station.
Oh my god.
You didn't
watched
fucking
me.
leave
Yes,
the
I did.
Look,
Yeah, I did though.
This
Oh
is
my
what you need to
God.
do before you get your flight stick. Is we all need to get to the system so that when we are ready to play, we don't have to spend
Let me get my
hours
gunship
of
first.
traveling. Yes,
I
that's what
will
I'm
get
waiting
my
for.
gunship first.
But Odd, I need to come get you probably because you're probably in the starting area, and I'm pretty
Yes,
sure
I
that's
am.
almost like 400 light
Yeah,
years
he's
away
in
from
the-
where we are.
Yeah, no, he's
no.
in Matet. He's in Matet, and that
I might need
uh,
Lost's help because he has one of the real long traveling ships.
the
My
colony ship.
Challenger's gonna
Did
take
he get one
forever.
of the fucking like giant colony ships?
No, but he like has like everything
hi.
pretty
Thanks
much.
for the follow, Ellie.
Like he has a lot of stuff. But he helped me get because when I started, it took 2 hours just to get to the BD plus 1984 or 1864. I was like, oh my, it took forever because I was in this little Explorer. My jump was like 10 or something. Like I couldn't go anywhere, and he had to like constantly give me fuel.
I'm not gonna lie. I'm laughing at the fact that Ishtar just straight up said "mommy and daddy fight" while fucking little Mantis just sits there and watches.
Mommy, daddy. Who the hell is the mommy? Not it.
You know you destroy this ass. You know you destroy this ass.
That's so funny.
No.
Yes, sweet. I can't wait until we play. We'll go. I love pulling people out, like pretty much pirating and the
Oh, the fucking the
anarchy zone?
interdictions. Yeah,
Yeah.
and the interdictions are fun
Yeah.
as fuck, dude.
They're so fun.
Isn't there a way to turn a system into an anarchy system for a temporary for a temporary time?
I think there is. I don't know how you do it, just because I never learned how to do that, and like I never learned the politics of the game. But I think you can.
Holy shit, this game's got politics?
Yes.
Yeah, no, there's actually mid factions within factions. So within the Federation that I'm grinding out right now for my Federal Corvette, there's actually smaller factions of Federation shit. It's like, so there's okay, so let's say you land at a station, right? So you could check the mission board, and the mission board will have a certain set of factions. It all depends on how many contacts are there. So there's like the ones that I'm at CEO Station, right? Canopus Station. And fucking there's 2 Federation contacts, and then there's 3 civilian contacts.
Okay.
So the 2 Federation contacts, there's one that is the controlling faction, so that's the actual Federation, and then there's the Federation for the Freedom of Exafe, which is the planet that's next door.
Okay.
So more or less, they're their own miniature government within a government, kind of like the mayor of a state.
Yeah.
Of
the
United States.
Okay.
And there's
it's
aliens.
fucking cool.
Yeah.
And
I'm
we haven't even
playing.
gotten to the fucking Thargoids, dude.
Yeah,
it's
the
fucking
Thargoids.
fun. Like, dude, you
they're
can
scary.
create. Like, there are fucking ways to where you can create your ship for specifically NPC, like PvE combat. There's PvP combat, and then there's alien combat. So there are. It's.
Well, first impressions of the game, because I only played like 30 minutes of it, and at the same time I was
Not
distracted
even.
most of
Not even. You didn't
Shut
leave
the fuck
the
up.
station.
Oh my
You
God.
were broadcasting it in Discord, and you didn't even leave the station. You barely changed your ship's name. You were.
I don't know what he's talking about because I literally flew out, did the course thing, and then I went and shot a bunch of other little ships. So I did some jumping back and forth. So I don't know what station he's talking
I don't
about.
want to play Elite Dangerous right now.
But no, I don't know what it was, but when I was on the desktop, everything still felt a little blurry. And I don't know, that might have been my settings being weird, or is that normal for the game?
I play mine in VR and it's crystal clear.
Okay, because, then I'm probably doing something wrong then.
Did you play it in VR or did you play it on a desktop mode?
Desktop mode, which I imagine everything would have been crystal clear.
You should set it to like whatever your system is, like automatically.
Yeah, I remember it, and it was kind of cool because it said in the beginning of the launching of the game, it's like, we're going to optimize this for your computer's compatibility, and then it was like, everything's ultra, and I'm like, sweet. But then I still
Sweet.
everything. I was like, but this still doesn't feel right. Everything still feels like when you look at the main menu or some things, and the lines are supposed to be perfecally flat. Especially with my high resolution monitor, I've got like a 255 by 1440. It wasn't.
Was it set
know.
right? The monitor?
I don't know what it is. I don't have this problem in other games, but I have a feeling settings were wrong. The preset was
Probably.
was
the
bad.
preset might have just been wrong because like I remember like when I had my 2070 Super and then there was an update and changed my settings, it was like really bad because it was like set for like VR. Because there's like a VR performance setting, and then there's like regular desktop performance setting, and it switched to like the VR, and the aliasing was horrible. Everything was fuzzy and blurry. So maybe check the settings to make sure it's on the right one.
Well, we'll play some later, and I'll do that because I'm gonna have to play the game to get a little bit of it because I don't even think I'm gonna get my flight stick in time.
The question is, would people want us to stream it early? Because I know we had plans on streaming it on Wednesday, but I kind of feel like I am pushing like hard for this fucking Federal Corvette. Like I am already rank 4 out of.
We only have a couple more. I'd say get your gunship and come to the system. There's Federation areas in my system, and then just continue from there.
That's true.
No, I'll be able to put in a couple of hours into the game before it comes Wednesday. So I'm not worried about that. You guys are already high ass level, so
I'm really
That's
not
why you need to get on more. You need to get on more, dude.
I have a job, dude.
Honey, we're talking about
I don't care. Screw you and actually. I'm broken. I'm broken. Oh God.
Let's get a zoom up
See,
of that
you
right
pissed
there.
me off enough to where I'm broken now. This is your fault. This is your fault.
Oh my
God, I'm broken. Oh God. Okay. I figured out why though. Give me 2 seconds and I'm gonna
I think
fix
that's
it.
probably
Watch.
a good place.
Let's go ahead and end this here.
Yeah, no, I got. There we go. Oh shit.
Oh yeah, T-pose on us, boy.
Oh fuck. I think I'm good. Maybe.
No, your full body tracking doesn't work.
Where the fuck am I? What the fuck? I can't see myself.
All right.
I don't know.
We're gonna go ahead and close out the stream. All right, this has been a great Odd Talks. Mothman was great. Thank you for that, Mantis.
You're welcome.
And your story too, Fade. It was good.
Yeah, fuck you. No, you gave her fucking credit. I'm out of here. Fuck you guys.